After the Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life update released and after I'd played through it, I couldn't help but wonder a few questions. How did Davy Jones return? Why are Jack and Davy Jones even here? How did this expansion come to be in lore terms? How on earth did this all happen? Well, I found the answers in a set of journals, and considering people normally spam the journals and they're very boring to read really, I thought I'd put it all into one video with music and some pictures to go alongside it. So without further ado, here is, in the Pirates of the Caribbean world, how this all came to be. Sailing into Tortuga was rather like sailing into my own history. Though she's been burnt to the ground at least 3 times, her sweet peripherous bouquet hasn't changed a bit. I sent my crew ashore with one instruction: eavesdrop, snoop, and pry the night away, keeping an ear, 2 ears if they've got them, open at all times. We sought stories of the lucrative yet nigh unfathomable sort. Also, I was trying not to encounter anyone who might want to shoot me. I so happened upon a cosy little hovel where the talk had turned to treasure. Not just any treasure, but a glittering trinket that could carry entire ships to other realms. I admit, I was intrigued, and only slightly perturbed to learn who the treasure presently belongs to. I had no inkling how Davy Jones returned, though I suppose that with that Turner freed, there was a situation vacant. After all, the Dutchman must have a captain. Knowing my crew would be less than keen to steal from Monsieur Fishface, I decided to do the only sensible thing. I didn't tell them. Besides, I'd learned that Jones had turned to schooling with an ocean stronghold where not even mermaids could spy on him. Clearly, he was going to great lengths to hide himself and his new treasure from interesting eyes. With a bit of luck, I'd be in, out, and away, whilst old Squidbeard was none the wiser. Having set my heart on depriving Jones of his most prized possession, all that remained was to examine my compass and plot a course for the Pearl. By rights, I ought to be the freest pirate on the seas. With the Black Pearl under my command and the stars to guide us, endless escapades must be just over the horizon. Locating said aforementioned escapades, that's the trick part. Since that nasty business with the Trident of Poseidon, adventure has been conspicuous by its absence. I rather hope that ridding the sea of unfortunate curses, the sort that once plagued poor Master Turner, hasn't also diminished its capacity to enchant me. Danger, intrigue, a plethora of potables, and something exceedingly shiny to covet isn't much to ask, is it? I can think of only one location still likely to provide me with any and all of the above. Pirates. You can't trust them. Jones's fortress was barely in view before my crew got savvy to our destination and promptly abandoned ship. The only ones left were Gibbs, who's followed me to the ends of the earth already, Anna Maria, who'd never backed down from a fight, and Scrum, who was there. I deployed an upturned rowboat, an old favourite of mine, to sneak across the seabed, keeping careful watch for any suspicious shellfish in Jones's envoy. Rigetti had previously recovered Calypso's locket in an uncharacteristic moment of usefulness, and its tune carried me into the heart of the Dutchman. There, on a shelf in Jones's cabin, I first laid eyes on what was to become of my treasure. The greatest fortune a pirate could hope for, a key to countless seas. There, that's the truth of the treasure. For a time I thought we'd gotten away with it. Then the Dutchman roared up from the water behind us, cannons already bristling. We've no real hope of fighting her, not with such a meagre crew. Which means there's only one other option really. If we can sail the Black Pearl into the crease of the map and cross between worlds, we might just give Jones the slip once and for all. Ta-ta, Tortuga. Adios, Isla de Muerta. Au revoir, Saint Martin. It's time for Captain Jack Sparrow to sail beyond the horizon. So, what happens next? Well, Captain Jack Sparrow and his crew sail through the golden horizon, but Davy Jones unfortunately follows them and then sinks them in a desperate battle. Scrum, Anna Maria, and Gibbs get captured by the sirens, and Captain Jack Sparrow dies, and the ferryman punishes him, locking him in the brig of the Ferry of the Damned. So then, that was how, why, and what the Pirates of the Caribbean expansion occurred. How Jack Sparrow got here, how Davy Jones returned, and what happened prior to the whole Sea of Thieves-ness. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please remember to like, and if you're on here, why not consider subscribing? I do all sorts of CFD stuff, gameplay, music, soundtracks, story, all that good stuff. And A Pirate's Life has released, and the future for Sea of Thieves is looking extremely bright, so there's no better time to subscribe for more theories and other videos like this. But apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.